I sure as hell don't.
Hey, okay, yay! All right,
Hey,
guys, so
everybody.
we're on and we're live and we're hot and just really, really
A hot mess.
a hot mess, but we're pulling it together anyway. So, guys, we're so happy that you could join us, and we're going to basically hopefully get Messiah on. Messiah Curry, in case you don't know, she's one of our fellow witches, and she, let me fix this, it's driving me nuts. There we go. She's one of our fellow witches, and she had a house fire. And so we're trying, Marion and I, Taja, Jara Amawichi, 88, we're all trying to raise some money for her because she's right now in a hotel room with her family, her husband and her daughter. And through the good graces of the American Red Cross, and as we all know, that's a very temporary thing. You know, they only help you out for so long, and I think sometimes, you know, they'll give you maybe some other help with like clothes and things like that. But that's pretty much it. So we're just trying to raise a little bit of money for her so that she can get things like diapers for her baby, you know, some clothes for the baby, some clothes for her. And I know Marion wanted to say a couple words, and hopefully Messiah, we're going to try to see if she can come on. She's going on to Dark Witches with Jara Amawichi and Lisa Lady Naya and that group, and then she's going to try to jump over here. We're also going to do readings for those who paid a certain donation, and this goes for anybody who's live as well. If you want to pay $15 to either mine or to me or to Marion, and we'll forward it to Messiah, and I'll give you her. Actually, they have a website for her. It's I'll think about it, but Taja set up a Weebly site for her, and yeah, so you can just go next time, just go directly. But we want this to come to us because we're going to. With the 1515, if you do this live, Marion will do a reading for you. I will do a quick reading for you, but on my part of it, what I would also do is give you a 30-minute reading privately later on, Skype or whatever, and a deck of cards if you do it live now. So so we have a couple people lined up for readings for both of us, and then hopefully by then, you know, Messiah will come in. So go ahead, Marion, say what you had something really beautiful you were writing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It was just something that came across just right now, and it says that the beauty of the world lies in our understanding that we all share in each other's experiences, lives, and thoughts. And because we can tap into our thoughts through our heart, we have a connection through our universal spirit, which allows us through compassion to feel and understand the emotions and what others are going through. I was mentioning it to my son today. We were talking about it, and I go, could you imagine? How would you feel? You went out and did your groceries, or you went out to the store, or did some running around, and you come back, thank goodness, you know, their family, her child wasn't there, her husband or her partner. But just to come home and know that all you have left is what you have on your back and in your car. I mean, think about it. Look at your car now. What do you have in there?
Oh my God! I have a baseball equipment for the kids.
I have a stroller for Jenny's baby. I have a car seat, and you know, I have junk strewn in the back. Like what would that?
Nothing.
What, like nothing. Just to sit there and look at your house. And I know, you know, many years ago, my very best friend also lost her home, completely burnt to the ground because they were too far. They were kind of, you know, out of the way, and they were too far from, and the fire truck ran out of water, and the whole house just went, everything just down to the ground. So I know how her daughter was affected, how devastating and frightened she was. And even though, you know, Messiah has a 1-year-old, but do not think for 1 second that that baby is not picking up on the vibrations of,
something's wrong.
You know, of what they're feeling. It's only logical. We know that we are, children are much closer to source than we are. So of course the baby's not worried, but he's certainly picking up on mom and dad's fear and, just relief at not having had anybody hurt, but just being frightened. How are you going to provide for your child? What are you going to eat? What are you going to wear? You don't even have a toothbrush.
Right? Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
So, I'm so happy that we're able to do this for them. And I talked to Messiah just briefly the other day. She called and she tried to do a Google Live Hangout, but of course I was on my cell phone, so I don't even know I haven't even been able to watch it to see if anything came out. But I just told her, are you kidding me? This is, I just think it's the least we can do. And, we're always talking about what a close-knit community we are and how we support each other and how we love each other, and this is just part of that. We are one. There's no difference in who we are. We are all part of the one spirit. So if we're we're just kind of putting ourselves in what we teach and what we talk about every single day here.
Yeah, we're putting our money where our mouths are, is what we're doing. Like, we're really, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, whatever you want, whatever saying you want to go with. And, I feel like we preach a lot, and right now we're backing it up, and we're really trying to get for her. And, I would just hope that if something like that happened to me, that there would be this effort also to kind of help me out too. Gosh, I can't even imagine. Like, I feel, I'm like, wow, what would it be like if I've been in this house since 1996. Wow. I mean, if I came home and, it was, there was a fire in here. Oh gosh, that would be so devastating.
Just imagine just small things, your pictures, mementos.
Your DVD.
I would just I have pictures on my walls, on my artwork, my friend's artwork who passed away. I mean, I can't even imagine, what do you grab, other than your kids,
Right, run out the door and that's it, So I'm just glad that, like you said, I'm glad that we're able to do it. So the other thing that I wanted to mention before I forget, because we're going to go into the readings and stuff and doing readings, is that Cats and Global Witches have put together a package that is a phenomenal deal. And for those of you who ever get altar work done or anything like that, whoever wants to do something with Cats, she's very hard to get a hold of. And so for $300, this was her original idea, and then the rest of us at Global, we added to it. So she's willing to put together a prosperity spell, and which I thought was great. I mean, awesome. I didn't even know that she did that. So I'm like, oh, well, that's really
possible. I've never heard of that from her, so that's cool.
So, and then she'll mail it to you. She'll talk to you. She'll do a consult with you, and then she'll do a reading with you, which is very rare because Cats doesn't really like to do readings anymore. Mostly, she's not into that, but she's willing to do it for this, okay? And then Jeannie, the Healing Witch, will also do a reading also, and Nadia is going to add stuff for protection. So you're getting like everything well-rounded here.
Wow.
Protection, the sea salts. I think she might be doing incense and candle, but it's all stuff that she makes. And she will send it as part of the package. And then we have Quentin. I think his name is Quentin. Oh my gosh, I hope I got his name right. Anyway, he's going to add to the package a $25 gift certificate for a restaurant. And then we have Harpy Phoenix, who's willing to do any altar work for a nominal fee, separately for like $15. And then in the Global Witches package, I will be adding a deck of cards, and that you can pick from what I have. And I'll send it to you. And they're all my decks, so you'd have one of my decks, whatever that's worth. All right. Anyway, so let us. Who are we going to do readings for?
Okay. Well, I wanted to start with. We were able to have some some donations that came in, so thank you very much for your kindness and just, you know, sharing this with us. The first one is Belinda, and luckily I've done readings for her before, so she's just a kind-hearted, really wonderful person. And so I'm going to go ahead and go into her Akashic records, and then you could pull a couple of cards and we'll match it up with the reading.
I'll pull them as you're talking.
Yeah, perfect. All right. I was just trying to see if we have somebody on with us.
Yeah, I was going to say this. I was looking at that too. I can actually see some of the comments. It's a miracle.
Stuff?
I see one, yours.
Oh, that's okay.
Is that what you see?
That's what I see.
Okay, good. Then we're going good.
On.
All right, cool.
Belinda says she's trying to get on. Okay, so perfect.
Good. Then we're going good.
All right, awesome. Okay, so I'll give her a sec. Right. All right. And then we had 4 others who donated. If you are interested in donating still, just post a comment, and you can go to my Facebook page. All right, just post, and we could do the reading. All right. We'll start with, we've got 4. We've got Belinda, Jacqueline, Maria, and I know you've already done part of one for Daya, but I'll go ahead and do my part for her. And then we're going to save our little friend in England for last, okay? And, all righty, here. I'm going to read the prayer, and then I'll let you know when I'm, Belinda, when I'm connected to your records, okay? I ask God if He will have a shield of love and truth around you permanently, so only God's love and truth will exist between you and me. I allow the masters, teachers, and loved ones of you to channel through me out of whatever realm to say whatever they wish. I ask the permission of the Lords of the Akashic records, so I'm able to look into the records of you and remove whatever information I'm allowed. You know, it's so funny. I see everybody kind of the same today. I see everybody in this attitude of kind of like, just kind of in a laid-back sense. Like, it's almost to the point of apathy. Like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what to do. And we are feeling... I feel like we're being poked by this Aries energy to do something, and everybody's kind of looking around going, you know, what am I doing? What am I supposed to do? I don't know I don't know what it is that I want. I don't know what to do. I thought I knew, and now I'm not so sure. And, you know, a lot of that comes from the energies of this ascension process in which we're assimilating. We're still assimilating, you know, like our energies are like we're off kilter somehow. And that's what I'm seeing, that your energies are still a little over here, a little over there, and nothing's focused. It doesn't seem to be focused on what we're supposed to be doing. I think we need to kind of buckle down. I think we've been allowing all of this, you know what it is? We've gone from this airy, fairy, Pisces energies where everybody is really into this mental thinking and going deep within and you know, all of this deep inner work, and I think people are tired. I think a lot of people are just kind of tired and saying, okay, well, these new beginnings are supposedly coming, so where the heck are they? And what are we supposed to do? So with that being said, what your guides are trying to tell you, Belinda, that it's okay not to know. It's all right not to know the how. We don't need to know how things are going to be done. What we do need to know is with clarity, what is it that we want? What would you like? What really, if you had, what it is that they want us to think outside of the limits. They want us to think big. They want you to really expand and just make this like a wonder wish list, like your bucket list. Make a bucket list, like your top 50 things of all time that if you could do and want to do in your life before you go, that's what you need to write. They want you to write a bucket list. Okay, now we're getting it. They want us to write a bucket list. They want you to list in order of preference. Separate them. Okay, this is travel, or this is career goals, or this is family goals, or however you want to. After you write them all down, separate them into like categories, and then really look at them and pick your top 3. Now, I think they're giving this for all of us, okay? So I'm going to take notes. Everybody take notes. Top 50, okay? Then top 50 gets subdivided into, say, 4 or 5 categories. And within I would say, let's make it 3 categories, okay? And then within those 3 categories, choose your top 3. That's what your passion is. That's what you need to focus on. That's what you need to work on. Those are the things that are coming up for you that will lead you to being able to focus this energy, because we really should be able to take advantage of these energies that are coming about. I just want to make a comment. I'm sorry, I'm seeing everybody now posting and commenting. We have Hexmaster 1979. We have Daya, she's on Black Diamond. We have Maria Johnny, and thank you. She's made a comment that she thinks our videos are great, that she's been watching us for the last couple of weeks. So thank you very much. And we've got Full Moon Magic 8. Oh, and thank you. She noticed my new haircut. So anyway, Belinda, I think luckily, everything happens for a reason, and I think this reading came up today for a reason, because I really think a lot of people are feeling these same energies, and we're feeling like I'm supposed to be feeling really revved up and ready to go, and I'm not really feeling that. And I know Debbie and I were just talking about it today. We're like,
yes, we were just saying, you know what? Sometimes you just have to fake it till you make it. You just gotta go through the motions until until the realness kicks in, and sometimes it's just the way that you have to be.
Yeah. So would you like to pull a couple of cards for her?
I did actually. Okay, so the first card that came up, it's funny because you were saying we're all over the place and we don't know what we want, and so look what comes up, the leadership card.
I love it.
Yeah, so it's telling you, Belinda, that you really, really, really need to just go full throttle and be the leader in your life and trying to figure out what this passion is of yours. And it says, obviously take charge of the situation. Now, in this picture, what's amazing, and I don't know if this makes a connection for you, is Joan of Arc. And, was somebody who was deeply spiritual, who basically was a martyr in the end because she died for what she believed in. She led armies. I mean, she did stuff. I think she started when she was like 14, just really amazing, path. So I mean, I don't know if that has anything to do with you. But the other card I got was practice, and which is it says polish your skills by practicing regularly. So I feel like that you're being asked to do something that you maybe used to do before, and this may tie in with this this with your life purpose and trying to find where you should move forward from now on. And I don't think that it's completely whatever it was, this thing that you used to do that you were really passionate about, but I think it's a small part of it that will take you to the next step. That if you reignite that passion of something that you used to love to do, this one particular thing, and you start getting back into it, what's going to happen is I think the creative flow of being in that passion and in that moment is really going to be like a domino effect, and it's just going to really, it's going to be like you went from, oh, I'm not quite sure, to, oh my gosh, you know what, things are starting to make sense. I really want to, you know, do a little research into this and see if I can do this thing, and I feel like it's really going to take off for you. Now, the other two cards that I got for you are energy healing. And what I really like about this is that she's in the yoga position. You know, she's in that typical position of meditation. And what comes to my mind is qigong, yoga, and that might just be to get your juices flowing. That might not necessarily be where this is where you have to go, but it's something to help you connect. You know, and
what it does is it balances you.
Yeah,
it gets you grounded. And I think a lot of people, we've had a lot of these airy, inner working, you know, really mental and spiritual things going on with Pisces where we came out of. But if you don't ground yourself, then you're going to continue in that, like,
yeah, all over the place. No, absolutely. And then the next card that I got is the environmentalist card. Now, I have to say that most of the time this is not about, you know, you going out and, you know, going to conservations and, you know, areas and trying to help the animals and stuff like that, but it may resonate with you. It says you're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. But for me, when I get this card for people, this is about your inner child. This is about you going to that place where you were, you know, and if you weren't, is going to that place now, imagining yourself as a kid, a free spirit, and just not being tied down to anything, and everything is possible, everything is wonderful, you know, to kids when they're really, really young. Nobody's taught them any differently. And so what you want to do is get into that place and that space, because everything is wondrous at that age. And when you get into that space, when you're doing your meditation and your yoga, try to remember those things that filled you with joy and passion. And I think this is what's going to help you kind of shape up what your future is going to look like and what you're going to do. And I don't know, does that make sense?
It does, because I just pulled, let me pull this up here. I just pulled a couple cards for myself from the Enchanted Map Oracle, and the one that comes out is Gentle Gardener. So it's really it's about finding out, you know, who you are, and it's to be your own person. So if you've been feeling that, you know, that it's to be a conscious co-creator, which has been a lot of the things that I've been actually studying lately, is this idea of faith and trust and being co-creators with spirit into our own reality and bringing them into being. And it's funny because it's the number 2 card, and then I get the number 3 card right after that, which is the Wizard of Awareness. So it's really figuring out, where are you placing your focus? Be the observer of kind of like your own thoughts. See where they're going. Are they leading you in a positive direction, or have your thoughts been leading you into kind of a downward place? So as you observe your thoughts, you're able to perceive, you know, that you can change them, that you can change your thoughts and say, you know what? No, I'm not going to let the ego limit my thinking, and I'm going to choose to just kind of step back for a second, let these thoughts of anxiety and fear and doubt just kind of pass me by. And then the card that I got for you was 42, Wide Open. And I love this card because she's dressed in green, and she has above her, there's a little butterfly up here. So she's right on this edge of co-creation. She's on the leading edge of just jumping up and opening up to this bigger scheme. So it's okay to just, I think it really goes back to looking at your thoughts, observing your thoughts, see where they're taking you, see where they're going. What is the feeling of these thoughts? Are they feeling good, or are they feeling like they're dragging you down? If you feel like they're dragging you down, you gotta create that shift. You've got to turn it around and be able to. And you go, well, how do I do that? I said, watch a funny movie, laugh.
That's what I did last night.
Laugh your butt off. I watched this movie last week. We were all kind of boohoo, and I watched Parental Guidance with Billy Crystal and Bette Midler, and we have just laughed for 2 hours. And it was the best medicine, just the laughing, just watching a silly movie. No. That's, a great thing. I wanted to say something. It's Hex Master is Deshawn. And
Deshawn O'Neill.
Oh, okay. And I remember you talking about him a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. And I think Erica Davis is on.
Yeah.
Orbs,
and Orbs, hi, Karen.
All right, cool. So,
all right.
No, and I just feel like, you're definitely in the right place to find this out. And one thing that Marion and I have had to learn over the last couple of months is you really have to have a lot of patience. Like we have to like tell each other. It's like, remember we said we have to have patience because we feel the same way. We're in the same boat. We really want to. There's things that we want to do, and we know that we have to do them, and we just keep getting the same messages over and over again. My guides, her guides, that our time is coming. We just have to be patient. And so, and I know that's hard, especially like at our age, right, Marion? I mean, I'm going to be 45, and she's 45.
I'm celebrating the anniversary of my 21st birthday.
Woohoo, girl. How many times over?
Well, you celebrate anniversaries every year.
That's it, girl. All right, so yeah, so I know it's tough. It's really difficult, but you have to really just what makes your heart sing, and that's what you have to really go for, and then not hold yourself back because, oh, I can't do it because of this or that. I don't have time. I don't have the money. You have to just find a way to make it happen and manifest.
Listen, I've got Messiah on Facebook, and she's telling me she needs an invite. So can you send her the invite?
I can try it. Let's see. All right, guys, we're going to try to get Messiah on so we can kind of hear firsthand. Let's see. I can try that. Let's see. If you want, you can start reading the next person.
Okay, I will do that. I'm going to go on now. I'm going to do Jacqueline. Jacqueline F. I won't say the whole thing. So sometimes I forget. We're on public media. All right. I'm reading the prayer, Jacqueline, and then I'll tell you when I'm in your records.
Okay, I'm trying to add Messiah, but it's not showing her as on, so you have to let her know it's not showing her as being on.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, great. I just did some funky thing.
I know, that's why I get nervous to do anything on here. I can't even see comments anymore.
I just pulled myself off.
Did you? I see you.
No, I was watching the comments and stuff, and now I'm I don't know where it went.
No, I can't see the comments anymore either.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec.
Yes! Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
Oh, very
What's going
good.
on?
All
Oh, I love
right.
your makeup, honey.
Oh, I need something. I need
And
help.
I like your haircut, Marion.
Oh
Thank
wow!
you.
Goodness,
I,
I'm slow
I
behind the
went
eight
I
ball here.
went
What you
short for the summer. Short and
right.
blonde, sir.
Right.
All right. So Messiah, we wanted to see how is it going so far. Have you guys been able to get like a total and what you've gotten so far?
I think this, and this is off the top of my head. Jeremiah has a total, and I think we have $400.
Yay!
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're at $400, and I want to tell everybody exactly what the money has done for me and my family. We was able to get clothes. Y'all put food on my table. And everything got lost in the fire. You know, we was able to. I was able to get back online. You know, with the money. I mean, come on, you guys, you're wonderful. I was able to afford a little Chromebook and everything to get back online and get back to y'all and get back to what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, without y'all, I wouldn't be eating chicken right now.
Excellent, excellent. And
I
then,
would, right.
can you give us the address? Can you say what the address is where people can send actual physical donations of clothes or stuff like that?
Right. The address is 349 Huffman, and that's Huffman Avenue. Oh, excuse me, guys. Dayton, Ohio, 454. I want to say 03. Is it 03 or 10? 03. Yeah, 03.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah, I'm so glad you were able to get on. So you have to, can you tell us real quick what happened? Like, how did this all happen? You guys went out and run errands or something?
Right. Okay. We at that day it was a wonderful day. We all went. You know, we went out. Me and my husband, my daughter. We had family day. We went out to eat at the buffet and everything. Came back home. He went to work. I decided I didn't want to be in the house. I just had the urge that I did not want to be in the house. It was a nice day. I said, well, you know, I packed, you know, my daughter up and we're like, we're going to take a walk. You know, we went to the Family Dollar down the street. So I come back and I smelled smoke, but we have a neighbor who uses their fireplace. So I thought it was them, but I was like, it's too hot to have the fireplace. So then I seen the smoke, but it was coming from my neighbor. But I was like, oh my God, I gotta go and call the police. I gotta call 911 because I think their house is on fire. I did not pay attention to the fact that my windows were blacked out, my blinds were gone, and like the glass in my front door was warped. So I opened the door and whoosh, the flame come out, black smoke come out. I'm so happy. I left my daughter in her stroller at the bottom of the steps. So I was like, I just started freaking out, like, oh my freaking gosh, like, I'm gonna watch the language, but, I ran to my other neighbors and I seen them outside. I said, I need to use the phone. I gotta call 911. My house is on fire. My house is on fire. I couldn't go in there because it was just that much smoke. It was just black. It was black. I couldn't even go in there. So call 911. They came right away. You know what I'm saying? I was hysterical at that point. You know what I'm saying? The police officer, he was very nice. He let me use his phone and stuff, and he had to dispatch my husband. My husband had to come right back, from work and everything. And it was a scary experience. I'm glad that we're okay. For a minute, to be honest, I was really upset about all my things. I'm like, oh my God, all my things. I lost everything,
Oh gosh.
But then, that doesn't matter, because thanks to everybody's prayers, candle lighting, we have bought a house. My husband has bought a house.
Oh my
We
God.
was renting. Yes, we have bought a house and it's bigger. So I cannot wait to clean it and take pictures and everything. Oh my God, it's
Are you
everything.
serious?
I'm
He bought
serious.
a home. He owns the home.
Right.
He,
Owns the home. We pay, and that's why I was saying mortgage. Everybody right now at this point is cheaper than rent. So I'm just to
oh
let y'all
my
know,
God,
mortgage is cheaper than
Messiah.
rent.
That is amazing.
Yes, I just right.
Oh my
Right now, we're
God.
staying on Huffman. Our landlord was very nice and he worked with us. So he gave us another spot to stay at until our house is ready. So that's why I'm giving everybody the Huffman address so everyone can send things if you want to
Oh my
at
God.
the Huffman address. But we're going to be moving again soon to festival.
Oh my
So
God.
I just want to thank everybody. That's why I was sitting up with Lisa crying like I
Oh
cannot
my
believe this.
God. That's
Oh my God, this
amazing.
is like I can't believe this happened. I didn't think, I didn't think people would pull for me like that. Okay, I expect maybe some stocks or something, but I didn't think it would be like this.
Powerful.
I
Wow.
really
That's
didn't.
Messiah.
Y'all
That's
making me have
miraculous.
tears in my eyes.
Oh
That's
my
Don't make
God.
me cry, y'all. Yeah.
That's
So I
amazing.
was just right. So
Wow.
I mean,
You know, it's so funny because
eh,
when this happened to you and Debbie called me, and I remember saying in my video that when I was announcing it, everything happens for a reason. And I just know something, even though you can't see it, will be so much, it's going to lead you to something so much better. And
right.
look at that. That's amazing.
And to
Because
I,
I
happen
did,
I think
that
it's such a,
fast.
I
just
did, yeah, I
awesome.
didn't want to move. I will be. I didn't want to move, and the fire inspector and the fire marshal was like, it's what happened was an electrical fire. They think maybe a mice or something. Why? I wasn't in the house because it seemed like it spread it too fast. It looked like it was an explosion because my windows on the side I took pictures on were blown out.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
So
wow.
yeah, they
Oh
were
my
blown out.
God.
So it was like an explosion. So yeah, because I
All we
was
can
just
say is
like I was telling myself, I said maybe if I would
Lord.
have,
How,
yeah,
how, luck, how lucky
I
you are
was
that you
saying to
listened to
myself
your
maybe if I was
intuition.
there. Right. And I'm like, oh, if I was there, maybe I could have caught it when it spread. He
No.
was like, oh no,
no, no, no.
thank goodness you
Wow.
wasn't in there. I was like,
Oh
dang,
man. Well, that's
I would have been
miraculous.
trapped.
I
Yeah, I
can't
would have been trapped.
I can't,
I would
yeah,
have been
and then
trapped
with the
upstairs.
baby, with an explosion,
Yeah,
I mean, who knows what would have happened. So, thank
yeah,
somebody was on your side, girl, to get you out of the house.
right. Because
That's
we had been out all day. So I mean, you know what I'm saying, all day. And for me to want to go back
back
out, that's
out.
unusual. Yeah, that's like I like to be in the house. I'm a house
Me
person.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
exactly the same way. I'm a house body. I like to be at home.
Right,
Wow. Well,
right.
Messiah, I mean, I really didn't expect you to tell me that at all. I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
So,
that's why I wanted to tell everybody what their donations and their prayers and their candles have been doing for me. You
that's
know what I'm saying?
ridiculous.
I mean, there's some powerful people that I'm connected to, and I'm so happy about that. I'm so amazed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, who am I? Who am I? You know what I'm saying? I'm just little old me. I was a little girl on YouTube trying to inspire somebody or make a difference, somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know if anything like this ever happened to y'all, do not worry. Do not worry.
that's
It's
what we try to
always a
say.
way. It's always a way. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Yep. That's
Especially if you got amazing people in your life that's
yeah.
witches.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
just playing.
absolutely, absolutely. And I think what it is that what happens is we can easily manifest for other people amazing things. It's just
Right.
for ourselves, right? It's ourselves that we have a hard time manifesting amazing things for
Right.
ourselves. But have somebody in trouble that we're close to it that we know, and boom, look what happens. It's just when we have to do something individually for us that it's difficult to do. But I'm glad that this energy was able to bring something so positive into your life. And I'm just glad. Now, what also, real quick, what's the name of the website that Taja put together for you?
Oh,
The
hold on. Let me
weekly?
get to my. Yeah, it's a week. Let me get to my.
Is it helpawitch.com or weebly.com or something like? I have it here
I'm
somewhere.
getting to my bookmarks right now. Yeah, it's Messiah's Relief Fund, and I'm still learning this thing, guys. So
Okay, no, that's
hold
fine.
on.
That's fine.
I
All
put
right.
it in the chat here.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
I'll
idea.
put it in the
Put
chat.
it in the chat. Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Now that I see. I
yeah.
can believe this. That I can see in my comments. Unbelievable. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna
Right.
continue on with doing readings for other people who have donated to you, and Marion will be passing that along to you. So we're
Right.
gonna offer free readings live for anybody who donated, and we got like 4 or 5 people to do. So we're gonna continue doing that.
All right.
And thank you for stopping by. And I'm glad you guys are
All
okay.
right.
More than okay.
And I just want to let everybody know that I'm working. So I'm in the works of working something. I have a list of everybody who donated. I'm working something, to give back to everybody. I don't know, maybe a free class or something. I don't know, but it's going to be something big because I just want to show my appreciation to
I think
everybody.
that's a
Okay.
great idea. I think that's a
Mm.
great
All
idea.
right.
All
All
right,
right.
girlfriend. We'll
All
talk to
right,
you later.
girl.
Thank
All
you.
right, guys.
Send you much love.
Oh,
All righty. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so
that's
glad she was
I
able to
can't
get
even believe
on.
that. That's like I would never have expected that at all in a billion years.
Well, I felt like really bad when I did the video. I kind of said, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to come across as like, totally like this, not compassionate person. She just lost her home and all this." But I just had this feeling for her that it was going to be okay and that it had to happen. And she would have maybe never, they would have never been able to go forward. They wouldn't have
Yeah,
changed. She wouldn't want
because
to
she said
move.
she didn't want to move from
No.
there. She didn't want to move. So that's amazing. Now she has her own home. I mean, that's crazy.
Listen, Mystic Dreamer 1122 is asking how can they donate. You can go to my website, akashicinspirations.com, and on the special announcement page, which is the first page, there's a donate button right there to go ahead and donate through PayPal through the $10, and we'll just add your name to the reading. I know we're already at like 45 minutes, but I'm
Yeah.
willing to go until we get them
Okay. Yeah.
everybody. So.
Let's make this fly.
Yep, let's go. All right, now I'm going to go back to Jacqueline. I'm sorry, so we'll,
Sorry,
we'll go on
Jacqueline.
forward. Um, I ask God if He will have a shield of love and truth around you permanently, so when God's love and truth will exist between you and God. You to channel through me and over the room to say whatever they wish. Permission to remove whatever information I know of. Oh my gosh, I'm like halfway through the prayer and I'm seeing like red roses for her. Um, I'm seeing bouquets of red roses. Oh, I don't know if it's like an engagement or like a centerpiece for like a wedding. But they're just beautiful, huge red roses that are all opened up. I mean, just really, they're fragrant. I can smell the rose. So either get your Jackie, I don't know, either get yourself some roses, get some rose incense, get some rose essence, essential oil, because I'm seeing this passion and love and like celebration coming in for you. and I'm seeing ascended masters, but it's let me see who exactly, because I'm seeing a couple of them, so I want to make sure which one wants to come through. I'm thinking Saint Germain. I'm also seeing Lady Nada. So this Christ card that you pulled today, Debbie, really reminds me of this energy for her. That, but the feminine, just very feminine energy, but a Christ-like energy. So Lady Nada immediately comes to mind, coming through for you, and her messages are always of everything that is feminine: mother, daughter, wife, sister, any of the roles that you play are coming through. And then Saint Germain is like next to her, and he's bringing in this sense of transformation, that you have been transformed. Actually, I'm going to pull an Ascended Masters card, because they're telling me to pull a card to see what message wants to come.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll pull up some of the cards that I've got. Now, this deck I very rarely use, but I'm starting to use it more for love, for love relationship questions and stuff like that. So interesting. I couldn't understand when I got the Hierophant to come through first. That didn't make sense to me until you told me Saint Germain was coming through, and then I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense now. So then the next cup that I got, and you're gonna like this one. It's the Two of Cups.
There you go.
Absolutely beautiful. And it says here, passion, love, friendship. And these are all the things that everybody wants in a relationship with someone. So then the next card I got was the Ace of Cups, which is all about being emotionally at the top of your game, like getting everything that you want, emotionally being fulfilled. It says this card is a symbol of romance, sentimental satisfaction, positive change, and fertility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, check out the card that I just got. Twin Flame.
Oh,
and
my God.
Open your heart and
thank you. I love him. Okay, so let me show you my cards.
Sorry, we're dueling cards right now.
Sorry, guys. I got the. I'm excited. The Lover's card.
Oh my God! No way.
And the Ace of Wands. I mean, this is, you just can't get any better than this. You can't get any better.
No.
Something's going on here. Big time.
I'm telling you, I just saw just huge red roses. So definitely, Saint Germain is working with you. You're opened your heart to love. This is what it's telling me. And you found your twin flame, and you're going to get married. This is like, or, commitment or passion and love,
And there's some fertility going on here, so be careful.
Well, I'm feeling our vibe now, and I'm getting into this. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's funny because we really never, we've done this before, but I just really feel the energies today for some reason.
Yeah, because we've never read together, though, at the same time, have we?
No.
Have we read cards?
No.
No, we've never done it together. So, all right, so I think your question's answered, girlfriend. All right, who's next?
Hexmaster, he's so sweet. He's saying, Glammy, I'm willing to give a reading to help too.
Oh,
and that's
thank
sweet.
you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we need all the help we can get.
Yeah. Okay, now this one is for Maria, who has sent in her donation. So let me just go quickly now into hers. Okay. You know what I'm seeing is like I think it's the Six of Cups, where you have like the two beggars that are like walking, and one's walking with like a stick, like a crutch or something, and it's coming to me that this is a past life actually, but the image that I get is this, or the of Pentacles. Wait, which one is it? Six of Pentacles, where I don't have my tarot deck in front of me, but it's one where yes, it's the two beggars are walking in front of the plain glass. So it's the Five of Pentacles, and she has a crutch, and she's like walking, struggling. So you're struggling, and I seeing this is coming from a past life. Okay, this past life, either you were like that beggar, like literally handicapped physically, and it may be affecting. It's coming into me that it's affecting, that you're being affected in your hip area, or like struggle walking for some reason, the leg, the hip, but kind of like a limping, and whether you have one leg short, or they're telling me like one leg shorter than the other, which has caused you to be off balance. Oh boy, okay, here's the message. You're off balance, and this off balance has been brought from another life, from another past life, in which you were literally off balance because you were disabled. You had some affliction to your leg or your hip or something like that, which is kind of carried over in the physical reality, but much more so in what is your spirituality of being completely off balance. And not you teeter from one extreme to the other. So what we were talking about earlier about going into nature, this environmentalist card, about finding your balance in nature, I'm getting that message too, that is one of the ways you could really find your balance, is going out into nature. And it's I think you've been through a hardship and maybe a severing of a relationship recently, and I think that has really just taken you for a loop and thrown you completely off your balance. So Debbie, I think some cards want to come through. What
Yes, absolutely. So the first card that I have that I want to show you is called Mirror. Okay, and so this is how you see yourself. Very, very different from who you really are. Okay, you see yourself as somebody who's not special, and that's so not the case. If you look at the reflection, look at this goddess that's standing here. She has these lotus flowers here. She has the earth element down here. She has the chakra going up here, and at the third eye chakra and the heart chakra going. She has wings in the background, and then she has a crown. And this is who you really are. And life, because of life experience, it has taught you, not that it has taught you otherwise, people and events have shaped you to believe that you are something other than what you are, and you are not that image of the person who is not special. You are a beautiful soul. Okay, and so the next card that I get is Dress Rehearsal. Okay, and what this card is telling you is that this is one shot. You get one shot of this particular lifetime. Okay, and so it's your job to do everything you can to live your authentic self, and to be your most, to move forward, and to stop letting old thoughts and old dialogue in your head rule how you think of yourself, and rule how your life is today. We all have crappy things. We have, I mean, we all have a story to tell about the things that we've had to go through, the obstacles that we've all faced from childhood on up. And what this card is telling you is that, yes, though, that, you know, you've had things like this happen to you, and you've had bad things, and you've been knocked down, but you have to put those things behind you and start yourself with a clean slate. And the way to do that is through fire, of transmutation and transmuting all of this and purifying yourself. And you have to just let go of so much stuff of old ways that you think of yourself. You have to let those things go, and then once you purify yourself and you burn everything that no longer serves you, then you need to do some daydreaming. You need to have some quiet time to reflect upon, okay, now I put all this stuff behind me. I have forgiven who I need to forgive, including myself. We're very hard on ourselves, so you have to forgive yourself for a lot of stuff that you think that you need forgiveness for. You don't really, but it will be good for you, and you need to forgive other people. And when you genuinely do that, when you can really say, you know what, that what they did wasn't right, what's happened to me isn't right, I can't let that define me anymore. And so once that happens, then it's time for you to move forward and to think about, okay, what do I want? What do I want from life? How do I want to move forward? What it says, allow your mind to wander and have some quiet time to just sit and think about, what do I want for me? For once in my life, I'm putting myself first. What do I want for me? And take it from there.
It's so funny. I decided to pull a card for myself, and I pulled the Wisdom of the Hidden Realm, and it comes out the Lady of the Mirror.
Oh my God.
Number 44.
Oh my gosh.
And
I love it.
in this deck, she's both the ally and the challenger, and she's saying to you, asking you to see yourself in the mirror made by the events of your life. And that this represents really powerful forces of the law of attraction. So that reminds you that what you are is what you attract. So it's not to say that you have to blame yourself, certainly, for anything, but definitely work on seeing the bigger picture, seeing, finding within yourself, you know, through, you know, not to see failure as we know it to be. Failure is just a way it doesn't work, and to keep going, and to know, like what happened with this is perfect example, what happened with Messiah in her home. Here, this could have been, you know, this devastating event is now led to something miraculous in her life. And that can happen with you, but you have to be open to it, and you have to know that what your words say about yourself, what you think about yourself, is really what you're going to be bringing into your life. So, oh, look at this beautiful card. And once you do that, you'll have the Queen of the Light. Isn't that she gorgeous? This is beautiful. It says illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. And not only does she have light in one hand, she has it in two hands. And she's just balanced. She's so angelic. Look at that. She's completely balanced with this beautiful energies. Like, I mean, she's so powerful. And you can then create anything you want with this balanced light of love. And it says it comes into your life to tell you about the success in all your ventures. So it's so funny because I was talking about this with somebody last night. You don't know if an event is good or bad until we get to the end of our story. How are you going to know if this event wasn't the best thing that ever happened to you, so you can move forward in your life and really take the steps and be who you're supposed to be? So don't see things at the beginning when we judge ourselves and things that happen in our life. And, you know, we don't know if they're good or bad. We're not going to know that until the very end to see how our story was able to unfold. Wow, awesome reading. Okay, we have one more Mystic Dreamer who went ahead and donated very generously. So I'm really happy that we've got her to do as the next one.
Oh, and what about
So let me go into my prayer for you. Okay. Let me. You know, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing you. This is how I see you. I see you as like a little fairy, and I see you like walking on water. You know, like the little those little dragonflies and the little fairies, how they skip across the water, like very lightness of being. And so I see that you're really attracted either to the water element or something to do with a river or an ocean or a stream. But I see that that's kind of, I just see you're a water fairy. And you're connected to Mother Earth that way, that you have that element of, I don't know if it's mischievousness, and making people laugh, or just being kind of like a very happy, like very light-hearted person. And it's funny because I wasn't going to use this tarot deck today, and now I know why I need to use it, because obviously of your name. So I don't work with this very often, but this is the Dreamer's tarot, and it's the Mystic Dreamer tarot. So I'm definitely been led to pull some cards from the Mystic Dreamer for you.
Oh my God! How crazy is that?
And the first card that falls out is the Four of Swords. So it's kind of a rest time. It's really, you obviously, if your name is Mystic Dreamer, you're a dream person. So you connect through your dreams. So this is telling me you need to really focus on those dreams. Get that dream journal going. And and that's where your messages are going to come through for you, is through your dreams. And it's wonderful because the stained glass is actually like illuminated up here, so it's really connecting you to your higher consciousness. So you are on your life path. Oh yes, you're definitely on your life path. Nine of Cups. So this is definitely an affirmation that you are a mystic dreamer. This is your life path. You had questions about your life purpose, and this is definitely telling you that the Nine of Cups, you have such, I mean, it's a number of completion. It's a beautiful card of inspiration and love. Again, I see the water element, how very connected you are to the water elements. And Debbie, I think you need to pull one more.
Yeah, I got one right here. It's already here. I had it like a few minutes ago. Okay, so let me tell you about this card. For me, what I think is that I think you're kind of like a dream walker. And so you're able, like I can do it too, where I can kind of manipulate my dreams a little bit, and you may be able to do it a lot, I'm going to assume. And what you have to know too is that not only do you probably travel astrally, and you get a lot of your guidance from your guides and from the ascended masters, and from I'm thinking, even higher up than that, alien wise. I don't know how you think about these things, but like Lemurians and stuff like that. I feel like this is the next level. Like you're trying to figure out, well, how do I use these dreams and this ability to to do anything. And so, hey, get up here. So how I feel is that you can shape your dreams a little bit and have control over it, but they're also giving you messages. And so, that's where your purpose is. You have to see what your purposes are. Now, what happens for me now when I dream, I try to get up and I instantly try to write. Like I just not, I try to write messages instead of not about my dreams. I'm not trying to write a dream journal. What I'm trying to do is get the messages after I just wake up and try that,
Okay.
experiment with it. And I feel like you're going to, the next card that I got was freedom. And you're just going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm finally kind of put the dots together and figured it out. And so I think that that's, you're a lot like me, where, your dreams are very, very, very important.
Awesome. Yes, absolutely. I didn't mean a dream journal, but yes, to write down your dreams. That's what it is.
Okay.
Well, that was very heavy. We have one more. I forgot that. I know you said you had done a reading for her, but I want to do my part, which is Black Diamond. So let me go ahead and go into her records and see what comes out quickly for us, so we can wrap it up. And thank you so much for participating with us, you guys. I mean, obviously, Messiah and her family are so appreciative, and she's just she's just such a kind-hearted person. And I was watching actually Lady Naya the other day, breaking, and Lady Naya has done so much also to help Messiah out and really put everything together, just trying to keep it together and sending her much love and light. And I know that, and she was mentioning how she's appreciating everybody helping out Messiah, and she was very touched. So I thought that was great. I enjoyed watching her video. Okay, and the Black Diamond says thank you. So you're welcome. Thank you for participating. This is what this is all is about for her. It's for Messiah. So, and actually, this has really been a great. I love this new learning experience. That even though Debbie and I talk so much, and we always doing readings for each other and others, and talking about things, that this is really the first time we did it this way.
Yeah.
So I think things in a heart-centered way. You learn something. You get something back. And even though that's not the intention, but I feel like I just totally got something back by being able to do these shared readings. Like, I love this. This is awesome. This is amazing. Love it. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to go to Daya, to Black Diamond. Then we got to feed the kids. Love and truth around you permanently, so may God's love and truth will exist between you and me. Allow the master's teachers and loved ones of you to channel through me out of whatever realm to say whatever they wish. I ask the permission of the Lord to the Akashic records, so I'm able to look at the records of you and remove whatever information I am allowed. Okay, I'm seeing something about a boat, but it's not, but it's not a boat. It's like a Viking boat. Okay, I'm seeing like a Viking boat because it looks like one of those, just like those old, with the dragon on the front, and just really interesting. Let me see when this is.
You know what I was going to tell you? Is that this is amazing, because her question was about something else relating to a past life, asking, she feels like she's being affected now in her workings because of a transgression with somebody in a past life, and she wanted to know more about that past life.
Oh, isn't that funny? Because you never even told me. We never got to talk about her question at the end.
I know.
Ah, okay, now makes sense. Okay, ooh, cool. Okay, well, you're a Viking. Okay, now I get the Viking thing. But it's interesting because it's a Viking, because I'm seeing the Viking, but I'm seeing England. So I'm seeing it must have been like a raid. You know how they would go and raid the Celts and so on. So
Coastlines.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, why am I seeing a Viking, but I'm seeing Celtic? So that's what it is. You were probably a Viking raider, and raiding into England. And during these times, there was a lot of that, they would steal the women. They would, take them and, or, use them, or even just keep them then as their slave or their woman or whatever. And I'm kind of getting the drift of that. But I'm also seeing that at one point during this Viking life, like, you actually went and settled in England. Like, they wanted to create a Viking settlement. And even though the Vikings weren't too much of creating settlements because, they were ship people, but I see that you created somehow this place, and I don't know that much about the Vikings and Celtic history, but I'm pretty sure there were settlements of the Vikings on the shores of England, and that's what I'm seeing where you were. Oh, there you go. She goes, that explains my love for the runes. Yes, so you're a Viking. That's why you like runes. Absolutely. Perfect. Yeah, that makes total sense. And now what I want to see is how it ties in with this life, and how, what is it that you need to learn from this past life, and how it affects this life.
Well, what she wanted to know was that she felt that her workings now were being, she couldn't work optimally to the level that she wants to, because she feels somehow in this past life somebody, like, put an ancestral curse, or bound her
Okay.
down, so she
Okay,
can't.
I'm seeing it. Now I got it. Okay, what? Because I'm seeing this, like this shaman woman, like a witch doing a reading, but it wasn't that she was doing a reading. It's that she's doing a curse. That's what she's doing. And I couldn't figure out, what would a Celtic woman be reading a Viking for? So that's what's happened, because he went to, or you went to England, and this, witch, this druid witch, or could be a priestess from Avalon, I don't know, but that witch also did work with runes, by the way, and the Celts have their own runes. So I'm thinking what's coming through is that I think you're being led to do runic readings, is what it is. And that's kind of your way of karmically getting rid of what was put on you, this gaius that's been put on you by this past life experience. So you want to pull a couple of cards there for me?
I pulled one already real quick, and then I'm just trying to get one more, because I know that she does candle work and candle magic, and so even though I know that you're more into the Bible and stuff like that, for me personally, that's very much into, like, for me personally, into Santeria. And so the first thing that I pulled up was the Ibeyi. Okay, this is, believe it or not, this is a Celtic deck. Okay, it's called the Fairy Wicca Tarot. And what I did was I merged the Wicca cards, the fairy cards, the Celtic cards, with Santeria. And on here, if you see this, this is a person with 3 faces on it. Okay, but it's not the triple goddess. And the Ibeyi are they're like childlike, and they work with Chango. And so this is really about this is about taking a leap of faith and starting a journey, which is what you have been asking about and what you're questioning. And what it's saying is you're on your way. like everything is going to start opening up for you, and it's going to start making sense for you now. And so you may want to look up the Ibeyi. They're messengers, and usually not only about starting a journey, but of coming into money, like making money. So and that's usually the message that they give from Chango, is that you're going to make it, you're going to have an endeavor, and you're going to make some money. So I think that answered everything. We did good. What about are we going to do a poll card real quick for Karen?
Yes, yes.
All right, and I have my cards.
Well, then we'll just have to share and do it together.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Okay, let's do this. Let's show our cards at the same time after we pull them, okay?
Okay, so give me a sec. Whoa! That one
yeah,
just,
I knew that was going to happen. They want to come out, but they're giving me a hard time. Hold on. Oh. Okay, I actually got 2 cards. Wow.
Wait, hold on.
All right.
Because mine just like 4 or 5 flew in. That was just too much.
No, these are hard to shuffle.
Okay. Ooh, I like this card. Okay.
Okay, so I got Zafkiel and the mystery card.
Oh my gosh. And I got Zadkiel,
who I love.
With pleasure. Woohoo, girl.
Nice.
Oh, awesome. I love that card. That's the awe.
That is, I'm waiting for the awe to happen to me.
But I want to show, so you get my, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful card. And I know it's Metatron. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the Jubilance.
I don't know.
Is that how this, I don't know.
This card
I know we were talking about that. It doesn't, oh no, it's not the Jubilance, because that's there. No, I know we were talking about this.
You have to figure out what it means for you. That's what that card's all about. And there's kind of, to me, it almost seems like there's a mirror in the middle of this, but I'm not quite sure, like right in here. And it's basically what you're the reflection. You're deciding what's in that mirror, you know, because it comes from you. You're the source. Anyway, that's my take on it.
Well, I love this pleasure card. So either you're gonna and it's so funny. It's one of my favorite paintings. I got to put it on the light. How beautiful is that?
Okay, that's.
I love it. It's the Venus coming out from the waters.
Goddess of love.
And this card, this is actually a French, his name is Bouchard. He is a French painter. And I know because I've seen these paintings hanging in there's a museum called the Frick House in New York. And that's where I saw it. And she's a girl on a swing. And it really speaks to me, this card, because one of my sinful pleasures is swinging on the swings with my daughter, because I love the sense of freedom that swinging on the swing gives me. So I just love that for her. And I don't know, but if you've been watching her readings lately, but Karen is like Orb 66 is off the charts.
I love her readings. Are you able to see comments? Are we hitting the mark, or are we like way off? Or?
Yeah, no. Black Diamond was like, yes. Oh, Black Diamond does rune readings. There you go. Well, that explains it.
So you're gonna have.
I don't know if Karen was able to stay on, because I know it's really late in England.
I know.
It's like midnight, so maybe the poor thing.
Send her a message. Let her know that we did a reading for her at the end.
I will.
She'll get a kick out of it. All right, guys. So I think this was really fun. You see,
this was fun.
We baked it and we made it.
I know. Yay!
All right, guys. Well, everybody, thank you so much. I mean, this was really a lot of fun. And for those of you who donated, we know this is a tough economy, so thank you very much. And we got crazy stuff to do. So goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.